Hey Steel fans, Calvin Bush bringing you another episode of Lap Around the Rink. It's a lot nicer now, thank goodness. We have some warmer weather, spring's around the corner. And for this one, joining us is Steel forward Teddy Mutryn, who has decided to spend a little extra longer of a day at the rink here. Edward, more known as Teddy for those of you watching. Teddy, we'll start it off first and foremost by asking, how did you get Teddy from Edward? Because sources tell me that is your actual name, is Edward.
It is, yeah. You sound like my mom calling me Edward. I think it was my parents like Teddy, and it was a decision between either Edward or Theodore. And my dad's like, we're not naming him after a chubby chipmunk, so I got Edward.
I like it. Okay, that's good. Teddy works just as well too, so we love that. This is your first full season with the team. You spent a little bit of time here last year as well, but assistant captain, you were named one of the assistant captains of the team just a few weeks ago. What has your full year one been like here with the Steel? Obviously, you've built some great relationships with the team already.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think it's a really cool, unique experience to be out here with guys from all over the country and Canada too, and we got Tobes from Sweden. But yeah, I think just getting to gel with these guys, these new guys, and living with Arseny from Belarus, Marchi, that's my guy. Learning some Russian, learning some Swedish, learning some French. It's a great group of guys, and I've been super happy with the year.
Yeah, you're turning into a multilingual person now, which is absolutely great.
Cool.
You mentioned Marshy. You're getting to live with him this year. You guys have some fantastic chemistry. Dare I say, you guys are like best friends now. You can see the chemistry between you guys on the ice and off it. I remember when he scored his first goal in the USHL a few weeks ago. Your excitement was off the charts, honestly. Yeah. What has it been like? You kind of already talked about it, getting to learn a new language, getting to be with him, and maybe for your sake, getting to teach him a little bit about the American lifestyle as well.
It's been awesome. Yeah, like I said, that's my guy. I think I learn just as much from him as he does from me, like his learning Russian, like I said, and just how he kind of goes about each day, his way of life. He's super clean at the house, which is something I've kind of had to step up my game at. So coming in, I was like, not the neatest of guys, not a dirty guy, but definitely not the neatest of guys. But Marchi's, he's squeaky clean with everything he's got, yeah. So I think he's taught me a lot, and we have a great relationship. I love that guy. Is
there one thing that he has taught you that stands out the most to you, whether that's a word or anything? What could it be?
That's a good question. I think, maybe some Russian curse words are always in the vocabulary, especially at home.
Okay.
We learned a new card game. From his dad was just visiting, so I think those two were fun times.
Awesome. So we're on the topic of international languages and things like that. You're very experienced when it comes to international hockey. In the last 2 years, you've played in Czechia, played a handful of games in Alberta with the World Junior Challenge, Hlinka Gretzky Cup, and then you got to play on Prince Island, I think,
yes,
with another tournament as well. So what is all that travel like for somebody as young as you? I'm sure it's a lot when you have to pack your bags almost every other weekend, it feels like, to go to a new province. But what has that for you been like, getting to travel almost across the world to play the sport that you love?
It's been awesome, yeah. I'm very grateful for all those experiences. Like you said, getting to go to PEI last year, and then Czechia, like you said, and then this summer being in Edmonton and going back up to Edmonton again this winter. It's just been an awesome experience. Like, each team has been unique, and I think I've learned a lot from new coaches, new players, and I think also it's like hockey's such a tight-knit community, and you see all those guys again that you play with. So I think just building friendships too has been amazing.
Looking more towards the USHL level here, you got to play in the All-American game earlier this year alongside your teammate Ashton Schultz. Can you touch on what that was like, getting to compete against guys that you already know, in the USHL, also alongside Ashton Schultz, and against guys that you're already obviously very familiar with playing in the USHL. I mean, these are guys that are all NHL prospects like yourself, like Schultz, and it's, you know, the talent is top tier, obviously.
I think that was an awesome experience getting to play with those guys. Like you said, there's a bunch of very skilled, talented guys. Playing with Schultz was awesome. But yeah, just getting to compete and see how I size up against kind of the rest of the guys in our country. We've got some really talented guys, and I think that was it was an awesome experience. It was so much fun to get to go out and compete with and against those guys.
Looking ahead now to what's next for you, which is playing hockey for currently the #1 ranked team in the nation, that's Boston College, which you will do eventually with your younger brother Casey. But I'm not sure how much you've been able to follow Boston College's journey this year, since you're very busy otherwise playing hockey here. But how much have you been able to follow, if at all, and what's the excitement level for you knowing that you get to play for a program as elite and as talented, as special as Boston College?
Yeah, I've been following definitely scores, not getting able to watch as many games as I did last year, but like you said, an amazing program. Like, so many great NHL guys have come out of there. They've got a good history of winning, and I've got a bunch of buddies there that are at the school that they love it. So I'm just super excited and blessed for that opportunity to go play at a school where I grew up going to games, and just that's kind of been a dream and goal of mine, is to go and play there in front of friends and family. And
yeah, I know for you it's about an hour drive, I think, from your hometown. So did you get to go to games growing up? Is that kind of like truly the dream for you, getting to play there?
Yes, games growing up. My birthday party was always a BC hockey game.
Oh man.
Football games too in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Always awesome. Just getting to go to those games, and like the atmosphere there in Conti Forum is awesome. And then, like I said, I've got a bunch of friends who are there now and going to school next year too.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be awesome to get to go to school with those guys and play hockey.
Yeah, absolutely. Does knowing that you're going to get to play with Casey, your younger brother, does knowing that that's on the horizon as well, does that add a little bit of excitement for you too? We've already got 2 Steel alumnus, Michael Higgins, James Higgins, who are reunited over there. So does that add some excitement for you, getting to play with your younger brother?
Yeah, I think Casey and I have such a great bond, great relationship. And we played together in high school for a couple years. So I'm pumped to play with him again. I'd hope he'd say the same. But yeah, we play well together. We have the same kind of compete and drive and tenacity. So I think we gel well together, and I think it'd be awesome to go to school with him again and play with him too.
Yeah. So is Casey also a fan of the New England Patriots and Cleveland Browns? Because we talked, and that's a very strange NFL fandom combination. Is he the same as you, or does he have a more understandable, realistic? I don't want to say realistic, but it's weird, is it not?
Yeah, it's a weird combination. My dad's from Cleveland. I'd say Casey's not much of he's a Bruins fan, and I'd say that's about it. When it comes to football, he's not too much of he doesn't watch. I feel like when we were at home, he didn't watch much, or he wasn't big into fantasy, so it wasn't like he wasn't always watching. Mm-hmm. But my younger brother, Ryan, we call him Ron, huge Browns fan, which is probably not good for his mental health at times, with how they've had some tough years.
Yes. Yeah.
And my dad as well. Him and my dad have gone into some yelling matches with each other and with the TV.
Okay.
So yeah, it gets intense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I kind of just I watch for fun. The Pats, obviously, with Tom Brady, were awesome to watch. That's like what I grew up on. I was lucky. Yeah. And then I kind of enjoy watching the Browns more to want to see them win, but also just seeing them crush my dad at times and my brother is also pretty funny too.
A little bit of humble pie, a little bit.
A little bit.
Okay. So, in your opinion, then, is Tom Brady the GOAT of quarterbacks in the National Football League?
100%. I think Tom Brady's the GOAT athlete.
GOAT athlete across
athlete.
every single sport.
athlete.
Tom Brady
He's
rises above all.
Yes, he's the best.
Really?
He's a winner.
Okay.
He's a winner.
Is it close between in the NFL? I think the conversation is between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Is that close in your mind at all, or is Tom
not
Brady
even close.
really
Not even close. Calvin.
Interesting.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
I know you're a Wisconsin guy, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Not
all
even
right.
close.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Going to the Bruins NHL because we are talking hockey here. Favorite Bruins player, and with that player, do you try to model your game after how they play currently, or in the past when you were growing up? Was there one that you really idolized? There's a lot of obviously exceptional, talented, historic players that have gone through that franchise.
My favorite was Patrice Bergeron growing up. I mean, he was awesome. Great leader, great player. He played 200 feet. He's just he's an awesome player to watch and awesome person too. So I think watching him, I would love to say I model my game after him, but he's so good. It's just you can't. But he was someone that was always fun to watch.
No, I love that answer. And we've enjoyed watching you play this year, Teddy. Thanks for taking the time to take a lap around the rink with us. And we're looking forward to more goals, more great play, and watching whatever's next for you during the rest of this season. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Calvin.